Well, this holiday weekend, we are remembering those who made the ultimate sacrifice. Up next, Gold Star sister Ryan Manion. Her work continues to honor her brother Travis's legacy and to help the families of other fallen heroes and veterans across America. She and I have known each other for some time. I can't wait to dig into all of the wonderful new things that Ryan is working on. We are honoring those brave men and women all weekend long right here on Fox.
For me, as a chaplain especially, who's actually been at the bedside of those we lost, I never forget that sacrifice. I think our country should never forget that sacrifice, and because it is what makes us who we are.
As we head into a holiday weekend, we remember the true purpose of Memorial Day, to honor and mourn our service members who made the ultimate sacrifice. Across the nation, memorials and ceremonies will be held all weekend long, and that includes a special initiative by one of the largest veteran service organizations in the country, the Travis Manion Foundation. It's named for First Lieutenant Travis Manion, who was killed in action in Iraq in 2007. He died while saving his wounded fellow warriors. His courageous acts allowed every member of his patrol to survive. And for his actions, Travis was awarded the Silver Star and Bronze Star with Valor posthumously. This year, the organization in his honor is expanding the Memorial Day project called the Honor Project. Volunteers from all over America will visit with more than 50 cemeteries, placing handcrafted commemorative tokens at the resting places of our fallen heroes. It's a big job. And it is beautiful. Travis's sister, Ryan Manion, is the president of that foundation. I'm so glad to have you. It's great to see you. The last time that we saw each other was years ago, George W. Bush Presidential Library and Museum in Dallas, Texas. And my dad was there. He was still living then, and he got to meet you, and he said, she is a great lady, and I'm so proud of her family. So God bless you. You bring me warm memories on that front. And now you bring a growing foundational cause on this Memorial Weekend. Tell me about it.
Thanks so much, Harris. I remember that visit very much as well, too, and it was wonderful. You know, for us, this was a project that started during COVID. It was a woman by the name of Emily Dominic, and she went to visit Arlington, and she was placing roses at gravestones, and she put out a tweet that went viral. She came to us the following year and said, I think we have something here. And so we took that initiative, we turned it into the Honor Project, and over the course of this weekend, we will have thousands of volunteers at over 50 cemeteries across the country visiting thousands of grave sites, so families of the fallen know that their loved ones are being honored around Memorial Day.
You know, this is often the only time that Gold Star families actually come together from all over. You may find a group in one community together, that sort of thing. What is it like to be part of an entire movement now that matters so much to so many people?
You know, when we lost my brother Travis, my family and I became part of a club that no one wants to become a part of. Being a Gold Star family is something that I take a lot of pride in, knowing that my brother served and sacrificed and gave his life for the freedoms that we protect so much. And so I feel that it is our job now to make sure that the rest of this country understands that we have an obligation and a responsibility to honor those sacrifices and not take for granted that word freedom and what it means.
Amen to that. Now, look, you started with this, and now there's a commemorative token, which is something that in the military you'll shake hands with someone and you'll rub back and you'll get that. Talk to me about the genesis of that and what that means, particularly on this weekend.
Well, you know, placing that token is symbolic. It lets that family know that we've been there, that through the course of Memorial Day weekend, somebody walked up to their loved one's grave, they said their name, and they honored their service and sacrifice. And as a Gold Star family, I can tell you that nothing means more than knowing that our loved ones' names are said and that their legacy is continued and that they are honored and remembered. So we wanted to make sure that we were giving that back to families. And so they understood that we were visiting their loved ones and we understood and appreciated their sacrifice.
You know, when we were first together, one of the things we talked about, and it persisted for a little bit, was recruitment. And now we are seeing a rise in that. As a Gold Star family member, knowing that there might be some legacy, maybe not familial, but nationally across the country now, under a new president, it would seem, who has ushered that that sort of instigation to rejoin is so important. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that one of the things that's also important about what we do with the Honor Project is making sure that our next generation understands what service and sacrifice is all about. So I'll be at Arlington National Cemetery tomorrow, joined alongside hundreds of volunteers, and many of them will be young children. And the idea that they are learning about what service means, that's incredibly important. I have a daughter who's just finished her plebe year at the United States Naval Academy.
Yes!
So, I am always pushing for our next generation to understand what service means.
Thank you for sharing that, and it is great to see you, Ryan, on this weekend. And our hearts are together, our prayers are together, and we honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Thanks for sharing about the the Travis Manion Foundation's new effort now. Appreciate
Thank you. Thanks, Harris.
Let's take a look at the west side of New York right now. We just have a few seconds. I had asked for this. The Intrepid, the top of that ship is really populated today with a lot of military might and patriotism. God bless all of you this Memorial Day weekend.